welcome to another edition of our Lion Fight Zoom chats. I'm here in hot as craziness, Southern Nevada and Southern California. It is extremely warm, about 120 here yesterday. So we're battling the heat. Justin Kwan at the controls, and once again our special guest co-host Regan Gowing. I know it's nice and warm where you are, but probably not quite that hot. Although you look like you just got in from, sitting by the pool or something.
I got in from torturing people at the gym, but it's pretty warm today, yeah.
Okay, excellent. So we're going to kick things off with a quick review of Lion Fight 67. Let's start off, Regan, with the somewhat controversial outcome to the cruiserweight title fight with Chip Morazza-Pollard suffering his first ever loss as a pro Muay Thai fighter, falling to 11-1, dropping the title to Jakub Benko. Interesting. It was a close fight for sure. Doing the follow-up, Chip kind of figured it. He's put it out there publicly that he figured that he had lost the fight. Multiple people have reached out and said that they thought that Chip won. A number of people thought that Benko won. You're a person who stands in the ring. You've been in some big fights before. From your perspective, who won that fight?
Well, I think it, Chip's a super classy guy. And I watched the fight. I know Justin watched the fight too. And I think he said in one of his posts, you can't, if you don't go out there to leave it in the hands of one guy. Mm-hmm. So, unfortunately, he lost the title. It was his 8th title defense, and I'm sure he's crushed to lose it based on a split decision. You never want to lose your title that way. But I can honestly see it from both sides. Benko was landing some really good body knees and body kicks, and as you know, in Muay Thai, those score really, really high. Chip was landing some really slick boxing combos into elbows, probably equally as much as the body kicks and knees that Benko was landing. Honestly, before they called it, I didn't know who would win the fight. I thought it was that close just based on that. Both of them used their own strengths to their advantage. So I'm a big Chip fan, as you know, and it was heartbreaking to see him lose his title, but again, like he said, you don't go out there to leave it in the hands of one person to decide the fate of your title, right?
And I thought it was interesting. You made the perfect point about the scoring in Muay Thai, and that, but yet at the same time, did Benko's kicks and knees do enough damage? Whereas I thought Chip's punches, while they score perhaps less, I thought they were really damaging shots, especially in the 5th round with the fight in the balance. So, incredibly close scoring. And, there is that old sort of saying that to beat the champion, you really have to beat the champion. And I think that's what a lot of people's perspective are, is that it was a close fight, but did Benko do enough to beat the reigning champion?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can agree with you. But again, at the end of the day, you've got 3 people judging the fight, so it's really up to them if you leave it to the scorecards, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Both guys are not big finishers. They're not known for knockout finishes. I guess that's why we have judges there. Is that you've got to take that perspective, and you don't want to leave it. You've got to dominate. You can't make it a close fight because it could really go either way. And I think that's where this one fell out. It went the way that a lot of people didn't expect it to go.
Yeah, definitely. And I do like that you mentioned some of those elbows. I remember he landed one and you could see it rocked him. It rocked Benko.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Whereas I didn't see that effect quite as much from the power from Benko onto Chip. I didn't see Chip get rocked much at all. He just kept going forward. So I don't know.
So who knows where that leads us? Obviously Benko, and he's a great guy. So we're not take anything away from him. He's a good young fighter, and we're very happy that he is our new champion. It'll be interesting to see where this goes. Is it going to be an immediate rematch, or is there going to be some other fights? First of all, let's flip over to the other title fight. Enrico Carrera and Patrick Clovitz. I have a problem with this fight because I think the doctor blew it.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. I think that the cut was there, and it was a moderately serious cut. But watching it and the way he dug his fingers in there to look at the cut, I think made the cut worse. And that I just think in a fight sport like this, you have to let the fighters sort it out the best that they can. He wasn't in medical danger. It wasn't near his eye that it was going to cause a vision issue. I think the doctor blew it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he did or not. I honestly thought he was in trouble anyway. So
I don't think it. No. I think I think Enrico maybe later in round 2 or early in round 3 could have officially finished the fight and got like a real knockout finish. I just don't think that at that point it should have been stopped.
I don't know. I remember that at that point in that strike, I remember thinking it's over, but I wasn't there. Like I didn't see what the doctor did. I didn't see anything really. But I know being in that position, having a doctor stop a fight, that it does suck. Like, so I do feel for that guy for sure, 100%. Oh, you froze on me, Scotty.
He didn't agree with you, I guess.
He's like, I know.
Yeah, he's back. The man's back.
All right. Okay, so we'll kind of bring that back around. You do have the experience of a fight being stopped via cut. I thought that stoppage was okay because I thought you were a little bit more banged up than you probably did. I just felt that at this point with the bit of Clovitz, with Patrick and where he was in that fight, it wasn't gushing. He wasn't going like this to get it out of his eyes. I just think it was at best a premature.
I mean, again, the doctor stopped it, and I wish we could go back and do a redo. But I was really impressed with Enrico in that fight too. Like just technically, he was just very calm, very clean. So I mean, I maybe it could have gone longer, maybe not. I still think he would have won in the end.
I think you're right. I thought, and again, taking nothing, I don't want to take anything away from Benko. I definitely don't want to take anything away from Enrico. I thought he looked great.
Yeah.
I mean, he was throwing stuff that we hadn't seen him do before. I think he was evolving and inventing, new things for himself. And if he keeps doing that kind of stuff, he is going to be really hard to knock out.
Oh yeah. And can we talk about his walkout for a second? He's always bringing that flair.
It was weird. You know what was weird about it is that that wasn't the walkout he planned. He was going to come out to his usual song, and it's the theme music from a horror movie, and Dead Zone maybe I think it was or something like that. And at the last minute, he changed it to Purge, and it was great.
That was good. That was really good.
Does that inspire you to come up with something new now for your walkout? I think you gotta get everybody to jazz those up now.
Yeah, I am inspired. I need to come up with something really creative to beat that. I gotta top it.
Something like flamenco dancing or something. Or just, I mean, you're from Canada like I am. I mean, maybe we get some polar bears or something you can walk out with.
Some beavers.
Yeah, some beavers. A big moose.
Yeah. Or some antlers.
Come on in full hockey garb or something. No skates because they're really tough to walk in. But
yeah, I would just fall and break my neck on the way.
But all in all, I think Lion Fight 67 in Italy was a great success. It was a great that venue is amazing too. Hey,
it was beautiful.
Yeah, really, really great place for a fight. So let's move on as we continue. We have what was it, Justin? 28 days, 3 fights in 28 days, something like that. So we move on now to Lion Fight 68 in Glasgow on UFC Fight Pass Sunday. Don't forget, it's Sunday, August 22nd. Special day for some Lion Fight action. I know, Regan, you're really interested in 2 women's world title fights on that card. Let's talk about the first one. Particularly, I think, because it's a really special moment for Amy Pirnie. She gets to defend the title in her hometown of Glasgow against Lara Fernandez.
Yes, I'm so excited for this. Amy Pirnie is one of my favorite fighters right now. I think she's amazing technically. So yeah, she's defending her title. She the last time she defended it was with Lomani, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, in Sweden.
Yeah, and she did an amazing job with her. And Lomani's a fantastic fighter too. So like that was no easy feat. Yeah, just super technical. I'm excited what she does with Lara Fernandez. I don't know that much about Lara. I know she has a WBC title, which is very impressive in itself. And I think she's a bit taller and longer than Amy. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what Lara brings to the ring to challenge Amy. And I know this sounds super biased, but I really think Amy can handle it.
I think the key for me is, can Lara stand up to Amy's body work? Because
yes.
she just demolishes people with that left hook to the body and the right to the body too.
Yeah, the body work, but even just the clean clinching technique. Like she sweeps people with such ease that it's just artful to watch. I don't have anything else to say.
That's great though, because I think that's there's such raw power with her, but she does it in that Muay Thai art of 8 limbs artistic sort of way.
Yeah, just beautiful. So yeah, again, I haven't seen a lot. I don't think I could find any of Lara's fights online, so I haven't seen what she has. I don't know what her technical prowess is with Muay Thai. I'm sure she's very good. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what she does with Amy's power and clinch wise, what she does to evade that.
Do you think Amy has to be at all concerned about the pressure of defending the title at home?
I'm going to say no, because she's amazing. She shouldn't be concerned about anything. I mean, I could see there being pressure. She's at home, but I feel like that for anyone, that would almost give you more impetus and more pressure. But if you're dealing with it like a professional fighter does, that the pressure is the same as excitement, right? So it's like nerves can be, they can be seen as something bad, or they can drive you and excite you and really feed that fire to go out and perform really well.
You got to harness that kind of thing, right? And turn it from a negative into a positive.
Exactly. And I think Amy's at that level where she knows how to do that. So.
Okay. And then obviously we have the second women's world title fight. I think there's a lot of people who are really excited. It's been a long time coming, and we're excited too. Finally, she's back. Jarina Bars against Claire Clements. And look at that. Look at that little dance you got going. There's your walkout move right there.
There's no rhythm. It's just fists punching in the air.
From your perspective, I mean, you're a longtime Muay Thai practitioner, a longtime fan. What does it mean to you, a female fighter, a female fan, to have Jarina Bars back as someone to watch in the Lion Fight League?
Oh, it means so much. Just like to have those 2 really high level female fights on the card as the main title fights on the card. No offense, Jake. I'm a big fan too. But it's amazing. Like it's showing you how far we're coming now, and just that representation. Jarina, I've been a fan since I think was it 2015 when she fought Chris Cyborg, I believe. Okay. Yeah, because I know she went into that fight surprisingly as the underdog, just because Chris had so much, she had so much media attention, behind her from MMA, and she just dominated with like just Muay Thai technique, so ever since then I've been a huge fan of Jarina's, and I can't wait to see her back. Was the last time she fought for Lion Fight Angela Whitley?
Yes, that was her last. She won the title and had, I believe, 3 title defenses. So it's been a while, but yeah, exciting to have her back.
Yeah. So I'm pumped. I'm pumped. I'm a big fan. I can't wait to see it.
It's tough. I mean, there aren't a ton of really quality opponents for her. She fights at 145, 147. There aren't a lot of great opponents up there, so I will give credit to Claire Clements for stepping up. And she's on a bit of a roll. She had a knockout win in Thailand. Tall order, obviously,
Yeah.
not intended, but tall order to take out Jarena Bars. But Clements has been active and ready to fight. So I think it's going to be a lot closer than people suspect.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so too. But yeah, I'm excited to see what
You're
happens.
a Jarena fan, so
I know.
yeah. It's just so cool to have her back. She's such a, for how many years she was known as the Queen of Muay Thai, and really, who else is there? Find me another Queen of Muay Thai. I think Amy Pirnie could become that real soon, but as long as Jarena's still fighting, she gets that crown.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right.
I think it's going to be exciting to see her. And then, obviously we've got a full lineup of great fights for Lion Fight 68 in Glasgow. We will talk about them more as we get closer. We're going to have some special guests coming up. We will try to get Amy and Jarena on. We're going to have Jay Peacock on. And we're excited. It's the first time ever to go to Glasgow. We've done Dublin, we've done London. This will be our first time in Scotland. We're excited about that. And again, that's coming up August 22nd live on UFC Fight Pass on that Sunday. It's going to be a super exciting show. We will leave you for now, but we will see you again all soon when we have more of our Lion Fight Zoom chats. Before we go, where's Mick?
Oh, it's just taking a little snooze.
All right. There he is. The man, the legend. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. We'll see you again soon on another edition of our Lion Fight Zoom chats.